All right, everyone. So now we're ready for another video. And this now has to do with our cash transactions. We mentioned that there are two natures of transactions already, being the credit and cash. And where it is credit, those go to the journals. We have done the journals. The videos are there for you to watch. And now we're looking at the cash transactions. All right, so here goes. So here are some transactions that we're going to look at. All right. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 transactions. I will go through them quickly. The first thing is you will head up the 2-column cash book. I'm going to look at the 3-column cash book afterwards. All right. And of course, you will have your columns date, details, folio, cash, and bank. And you'll have the same thing on both sides. So we have two sides. This side is called the receipt side, or the debit side. And over here, as we know, the credit side, otherwise called the payment side. In the cash book, we are merging both the cash and bank balances. All right, cash and bank account. Both of them have the dollar sign there. So of course, it's called a 2-column cash book because the 2 columns that deal with cash or money are cash and bank, and they are the both sides. All right, so instead of drawing up 2 different T accounts, one book, get it done faster. So the first thing is balances. Balance cash 4,600 and bank $13,000. What does that mean? Simply put it, that has to do with what we have done before, and that is called our balance brought down from the month period. All right, previously. So let's just do that. So April 1, we are receiving money. It's coming from last month. It will be there as April 1, 4,600 and bank 13,000 respectively. April 2 now, the owner introduced $5,000 cash in bank. So now we have to ask ourselves, is the business paying money or receiving money? If the business is receiving money, it goes on the receipt side. If the business is paying money, it will go on the payment side. So the owner introduced more cash into the business. Of course, the business would be receiving money. So we put that on the receipt side like that. All right. And it goes to the general ledger. The next thing now, April 3, $3,000 was taken from the bank and placed in cash. So that's what we call a contra entry. Contra entry is where there are 2 entries in the cash book. So money is taken from either cash or bank and then placed in either cash or bank. All right. So if it comes from bank, it goes to cash and vice versa. So $3,000 was taken from the bank and placed in cash. So the first thing you must ask yourself is, where is this coming from? It was taken from bank. So it's going to be paid from bank and it's going to the cash. So look at the payments part. April 3, the money is coming from bank and it's going to cash. So we record the payment, we put C for contra entry, and then the other thing is to record it on the receipt side. So it came from our bank account, we went to the bank and withdraw the money, and we then place it into our cash till or cash safe. Contra entry C would be the folio. April 5, cash sales, 5,500. Are we receiving money or are we paying money? Yes, we are receiving money, so therefore we put it on the receipt side. All right, and it's going directly into cash. April 11, we repaid a loan to NCB for $2,500 from the bank. Are we receiving money? No. Are we paying money? Yes, we're paying money. So therefore, we are going to write it on the payment side. And it would be just like that. And of course, NCB is a supplier, supplied us with loan, so we put PL for the folio. All right, and of course, we paid them back from our bank account. All right, let's move on. April 16, we paid insurance to Advantage General. The first rule of thumb, of course, is, are we receiving money or are we paying money? Yes, we're paying money, so April 16 on the payment side. All right, so let's move on to April 17. Cash purchases. When we purchase something, are we receiving money? No, but we're paying money. So on the payment side, we will have April 17, and we put it there on the cash because we purchased the goods by cash. And of course, it goes to the general ledger. And we have done the ledgers already. How do we know what folios they go into? All right, let's go on now to April 18. N Minot paid us by check $1,000. Are we receiving money or are we paying money? Not because you see paid, it's going on the payment side. So always read the question carefully. N minus paid us. So we are receiving money. It goes on the receipt side, just like that. All right. And of course, N might not have taken goods from us. So therefore, they're a customer. And of course, it goes to the sales ledger. And of course, it's a check. So it goes to bank. All right. April 20, $200 was taken from bank for business use. It's for business use. So when it's for business use, of course, it is where we're taking money from the bank account to put in our cash safe or a cash till. All right. So it's the same thing. It's a contract entry. Where's the money coming from? We took it from bank. So we're paying from bank. So we're paying from bank. So you see $200 from the bank, paying from bank, and we're going to receive that money in our cash till. All right. So there we go. Receive it into our cash and the details with the bank. Of course, we know from double entry that the details are the name of the other account that's affected in the transaction. So April 23, we paid our Collins by cash. So of course, we're going to have our Collins on the payment side and record that on the cash. April 24, the owner took $50 from the business's cash for personal use. And that is called drawings, right? It reduces capital. So it would be drawing. You see the difference here. Personal use, business use. We're paying out money. The owner withdraws money from the cash till. All right. Probably that day he wanted just do something quickly. April 25, paid salaries by check, $1,500. So now we're paying our workers. So by check goes to general ledger, as we know. And then the last thing is, the last day, we bank some of our money. So all the money that we have made, we put it back in our savings in our bank account, some of that money. So April 27 is another contract account. So first thing is, where is the money coming from? We're taking the money from our cash till now, right? So we made enough money. We think we need to put this back in the bank. We go to our cash safe or a cash till, and we took money from there. So we're taking money from our cash to place where? In our bank. So we record on the payment side. Now we have to go and record on the receipt side. All right. So we would have money going to the bank coming from our cash till. Of course, it's a contract entry. All right. So now we have to balance off our accounts. So we have to add up our cash and bank. Look which one of them is larger and which of them is smaller, and then do the calculations. When we calculate the receipt side for cash, you should get $13,300 for cash. And for bank, you should get $22,000. You can work on that and tell me. Well, you would tell me. You should get those figures. When you calculate the total on the credit side or the payment side for cash, you should get 4,200, and then you should get 7,200 for bank. All right, and then we have to find the differences. That's what we do. Balance carried down, balance brought down figures to get them. It's a difference. So when we subtract 4,200 from 13, let me get back my spotlight. When we subtract 4,200 from 13,300, what we should get is 9,100. When we subtract 7,200 from 22,000, we should get 14,800. All right. Of course, you have to have our total lines. Don't mind these here. It's just so I could get the total line. All right. They should be at the same level. As you realize, nothing goes there because of to ensure our total lines are on the same level. And then we put our total. Of course, you have the double line. we're not finished. We have to put the balance brought down, which will be the first day of the next month on the side that was initially larger. So there we go. And we have basically completed the 2-column cash book. It is very, very easy. So I hope this video helps. We're going to look at the 3-column, just a minor difference. We will just add to these discount, and then we would just look at the different totals and we move on. All right. So stay tuned.